Without a doubt, people die every day. We hear people go to sleep and then they wake up dead. And during this period, I've also heard people telling you you're old enough to take care of yourself and don't cry too much and all of that. While it is not a problem that I'm old enough to take care of myself, however, it hurts because of many different things. If today is your first time coming across my page, my name is Ndueso. Usually on my videos, I talk about migration to Ireland, but for the past few weeks, I have not been able to make videos, and that's because of what happened to me recently. On the 25th of August 2024, I received a call exactly 3:33 a.m. in the morning that my mom was very sick. I To cut the whole story short, I tried to make an arrangement for her to be taken to the hospital, even specialist hospital to be precise. And on arrival, she was found to be unresponsive, and they did their best according to them. And unluckily for us, 9:30 a.m. in the morning, it was a beautiful Sunday morning, my mom passed away. Now, some people are still, not understanding why I'm taking the whole thing the way it is. Now, for those of you who do not know me personally, let me reintroduce myself and give you a little bit of a backstory while this date is a very painful experience to me. So I am the first daughter of two siblings. My mom had two children, myself and my sister. And if you are from Nigeria, or if you are familiar with the African tradition, you would know that when you have female children, you're literally regarded as someone who does not have a child at all. And the case was not only for my mom that she had only female children. It was also for the fact that she was divorced. The marriage was just up and down, and at the end of the day, to briefly put, she single-handedly trained us. My mom trained me right from nursery school to where I am today. If you do not know, I am a registered nurse, so I have graduated from nursing school. I went forward to do my postgraduate diploma in ophthalmic nursing in Enugu State. And if you know where Enugu State is, you know how financially intensive that is. I watched my mom relive her life through us. There are so many things that she mentioned to me, things that I was not aware, and things that I grew up to see. I have seen my mother cry day in, day out. I have seen her go to bed hungry. I have seen her wake up crying. I have seen her tell us tales that you would usually not believe that that is what someone is going through. But one thing that kept us and all of us going was the fact that she relieved what she would have had through us. I don't know if that makes sense to a lot of persons, but the fact that my mom kept mentioning the fact that because she did not have the opportunity to go to school, she wants to see us through school. Now, in this video, I'm going to only be concentrating on myself, because I'm sure if you ask my sister to narrate her own side of the story, it's going to be a different experience. Because in as much as both of us were sisters, we both had different experiences growing up as a child. For me personally, I was away from my mom for a very long time. I mean, living in the same house with her. I was brought up by someone else. And that didn't stop my mother from coming every time she had the opportunity to come and check up on me, and always waiting for the opportunity to take care of me. I remember all those years when she would be hiding to, hop into our compound just to give me a bath in the morning or even in the afternoon, wash my dirty clothes and then sneak out of the compound again, just so she does not meet up with a terrible experience, if you know what that means. Um, at a certain point, I had to run to her, and we started living together when I was in primary school. It didn't work. I made the final decision to go back permanently to my mother when I was to start a junior secondary school. And we have been together from that time till when I left Nigeria, or let's say till when I lived on my own in Port Harcourt, where I worked for a few years before I moved down here. Over the years, I have seen suffering, I have seen tribulations. If you did not know my mother, that she gave birth to me, if you see her, you will not believe she is my mom. You will be thinking she's my grandmother. Because of suffering and agony and pains, she looked way older than her age. As a matter of fact, people used to call my mother that she is the mother to their last born. I mean, her sister. People looked at her to be the mother to the sister because of the way she looked. But that did not stop my mom from wanting the best for myself. For those of us who were in school with me in nursing school, you would testify to the fact that my mom comes to school literally every 2 or 3 days a week, just to make sure that I eat, I I have what it takes to be in school. My clothes are clean, because when we started nursing school, my school didn't have like a steady supply of water. We were, eating from canteen. You are not allowed to cook. And someone like me that have not really been away for a long time, that I'm not used to like other people's food. So she knows that I won't be able to feed well while at school. So she would come cook food for me. At a point, one of the days she had a very terrible accident, but thank God that she survived and nothing really bad happened. That she just sustained a few wounds here and there, and because of that, we had to look for alternative, look for a cyclist that was coming from my place to where my school was, so that he can be bringing those things to me every time. I watched my mother stay and not remember how to buy good clothes, how to buy good food, buy things that could make her look like a woman, just for her to see that I survived. I have the little it takes to move on. I watched my mother come back from a stressful day just to make food for us to eat, and then she end up not eating. She just pick the food she wants to eat and then she starts crying. When I was really small, I did not really understand how all those things, what it means. Sometimes she will cry and then we cry together. Sometimes we'll just eat the food, and then sometimes we'll just eat the little ones we can't, and all of that. Not until I went to nursing school and I was it got to a point when we were offering psychology, sociology, all those kinds of courses, made me really understood exactly what my mother was going through. She, no matter what was the case, made sure that I had a good education because she never had the opportunity to go to school. My mom used to tell me that she would have been a very good accountant, and because that was one of her favorite courses when she was in junior secondary school, which she didn't even get the opportunity to write the final exam in junior secondary school. And because of that, she made sure that I go to school, and not just go to school that will be able to, make me stand out a little bit. She used to tell me when I was 2 years old, that was when I started school. Not now that children are basically going to school right from the time they're out from the uterus. During my time, if you don't know, I was born 1993. Early education was not really a thing, but because people, had the opportunity to stay at home, many people did not have, especially in the villages, don't have like a 9 to 5 jobs that you're saying, oh, they are struggling to work and stuff like that. But my mother sent me to school at that early age just so she could have the time to stay on her own, because doing things for people, petty jobs and stuff like that, and you're going with a child, it distracts you and not allow you to focus and do something. She had to take me to school at that age. I remember once when she told me that one man was laughing at her, that she was trying to level up herself and act as if she's a man, taking me to a private school at the time. And why am I telling all these stories is because after I realized all the things that she went through, I don't know, it is on after she passed that I realized that I was literally living for her. I had a lot of things planned out for my mother. I had things to be able to tell her thank you in a very special way. I'm not saying I have not told her thank you before, or I have not, done a little that, but it is not compared to what I had in mind. It is not compared to what she is worth. My mother could go for years without buying any new thing for herself. She could go for years without buying something special for herself. But she makes sure that I have all those things. She makes sure that I pay my school fee on time. She makes sure that I have all my textbooks. She makes sure I have all my exercise books. She makes sure that the post that I made, that just so when I thought that I am I'll at least going up, I am moving far backward. That's exactly how I feel. And this whole thing did not just happen in any other month, it happens in August again. I know many people do not know this. I have lost my first child. It was also in August 2020. Now, that is a whole story for another day. And when this one happened again in the same August month, I just do not know how to take it. I think of how I'm going to continue my life. I'm going to still be a wife. And now, not automatically, I am a mother because I have my sister to take care of. I am a wife. I am an auntie. I am everything you could think of. But the painful part is one person who is very important to me did not live to see what I have become. I'm trying so much to be myself because I don't really like to cry in front of people, to avoid too much pity. But then again, yeah, I lost my mother on the 25th of August 2024, on a beautiful Sunday morning. She's just 63 years old. She was born 4th of December 1960. The only good part about all of this is that no matter what happened, I will be able to give my mom a befitting burial, which is what I will be asking all of you for the support when the time comes. Because the funeral is definitely not going to be this year. There is still a lot going on behind the scenes. We were already on track trying to get the house that my mom had started building since 2020, to get it to a habitable condition where she can move in, because all this while we have been living in my grandparents' house. And if you know what it means to leave your father's house in the name of getting married and return back to that same house because your marriage did not work out, you would know exactly what it feels to live there all our lives. And my mother to live in that compound till this period that she passed. She would have had built this house completely, but because of my education, she had to pause. You know, every time she wants to go back, she would always say, if I go and start now, how will you go to school? How will I? And you know, the funny thing about um being a single parent is the fact that, not just being a single parent without a steady job, without a steady source of income. You know, our business is a very lucrative one. I'm not doubting that fact, but it's a kind of business that you can do this month, and you know, you buy the palm fruit you're producing and it's going really very well, and you're like, oh, I am enjoying. And then the next month, the loss you will sustain will even take the previous profit, take into your capital. So it was not something that was guaranteed for her to be undertaking two major projects at the same time. And when I finished my school, and with that, you know, we would have continued doing it and all of that stuff. She started the process, and the whole thing stopped halfway, and the money finished. You know, we have to start. And you know, working in Nigeria as a nurse, where I was not earning that much. As a matter of fact, I was still, in a way, not even in a way, I was still depending on my mother, and she never complained. For once like this, she never complained. Now, that's the kind of mother that my mother was. She always makes sure that I am comfortable even when she's not. She always makes sure that I eat even when she hasn't. She makes sure that I wear clothes even when she hasn't bought any for herself. She makes sure that I make my hair even when she has not made her hair for the past. I know this is not going to be a 1 day tears. It's not going to be a 1 year tears, because I know when I gave birth in 2020 and I came back to my mother's house empty handed, and she started taking care of me again, you know, with the way people were bad mouthing and talking all sort of things. She never for once made me feel like I made a wrong choice. She never did. She supported me. She was there with me. Well, the reason I'm making this video is just to let everyone know that in as much as I'm going through this, I will be back to start making videos about what I love, because one of the passion I have in this life is to teach people on how to do things for themselves, especially what I know that I know to the best of my knowledge. And I am also soliciting for your support to help me share my videos, like, comment, invite people to the page. Once in a while, what you'll be seeing is maybe testimonies about my mom, because this, I can't say everything in this video. Testimonies about my mom will be coming in between my relocation, my migration lifestyle, my living in Ireland videos. I wish everyone all the best, and I'm thankful to everyone who have supported me one way or the other. I have seen all your messages, all your condolences. I have seen there's even this lady who followed me all the way from TikTok. She's literally sending me message every day. I've seen a lot of your questions. Sometimes I answer them when I feel like, sometimes I don't even feel like answering people. I just want to be on my own. I have seen all those messages. Don't take it that I am ignoring you. It is because it's very difficult. I am in my most trying moment. I'm trying to stay strong for myself, for my sister, and for everyone who is depending on me. And I'm grateful for all your support. I'm thankful for all my colleagues. Even here in Ireland, they have been very supportive. They have been very understanding, checking up on me, asking how I'm faring. And I am also grateful to God for the opportunity that I was able to leave Nigeria when I left. And because I don't know how it would have been if I was to still be in Nigeria earning as a Nigerian nurse at this period. I don't know what it would have looked like. But just like people say that God knows everything, but I just want you to know that it is a very tormenting emotional and psychological period for me and my family, and I am doing my best to stay sane. I am doing a lot of things to distract myself. I cry when I want to. I sleep when I want to, even when the sleep is not coming. I listen to motivations when I have to, and I know that I will be fine even when I'm not fine. Uh, People kept saying everything will be fine. I believe in that. So this is where I will end the video. I hope you forgive me for not responding, and going forward, tomorrow is Monday. I am going to start making videos afresh, and I hope you will support me, and I'll see you in my next video. Thank you.